Hey everyone, it's Latasha Glanton with the Real South Africa, and today we have an exciting episode for you guys to watch. We do hope you enjoy. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and share all of the videos here that we provide for you here at the Real South Africa. Today we're with the Boyd family who is visiting all the way from New York to look at golf estates to see if they are ready to relocate to South Africa. Also, remember you can find us on Twitter and Instagram for more information on how to book your own trip to South Africa. You know how to reach us, info@therealsouthafrica.com. But in the meantime, enjoy this video. Watch it all the way through to the end. There's lots of exciting things for you to see. And of course, we always hope to see you in South Africa soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Calvin James.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So these are people building.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to explain to you. See, like here they actually use the wood, so that's gonna last forever. And then they just put brick, and then a truck will come out and they'll lay all the concrete, and then the hardness like that, and then eventually they'll just continue to build up all the way. The only concrete you're gonna have is when they put the roof on. They use wood, but then they use another material which is a lot better than shingles. that we're used to put the roof on. And but yeah, this is, I mean, you can, your creativity is out of control. Whatever you can dream up, and whatnot. Yeah. So you probably need. They wouldn't know that you wasn't until you said. Right. Steve
Right.
started doing
Start
this.
talking.
That's right. Yeah. This is one of many estates, and like I said, they're all over the place. Pretty nice.
Yeah, I like that one too. They got a little something going on the rooftop up there.
Oh
A little, yeah, they got that little green top, little asphalt.
Go in at night, go up there and chill out. And then the landscape is incredible. And then you're talking about most of the places like this have security. So there's always not just the police, but your own security force that make sure everything is fine. So yeah, you really can't lose.
And there's only one way in, the way that we came in through the gates? Is that
Yeah, they normally, because they do a lot of construction, they have a construction gate for those guys, and then they have the gate for the people to come in. And then of course, for people to come in, like if you were already living here, you already have a like for ours is biometrics. You just kind of rub your hand, and then it kind of lets you open the gate. But for people, like you have to give them a code, and then I gave him a code, and then you come through with that code. So it's very selective of who can come in your state. So these are your techniques. But yeah, yeah.
Your estate mates,
Yeah. And even those people that, like I said, when we looked at the 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments, access, you know, you go into the same clubhouse and the same levies. We call them levies, which is HOA or whatever. You got access to the golf course just like those guys. So it all depends on what price point you're willing to get into. This is just, and but this is a large community. It's actually not. And this is only phase 1. They're going to do a phase 2 of this community.
So they're building even more.
They're building and building and building and building and building, like crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. I don't want to.
this would cost in the U.S.?
Shit. Yeah, don't even ask.
I showed them. I said in Southern California, on the low side, about 43 million range. On the low side.
Yeah.
Be about 3 million U.S.
So that is hilarious.
That is way too much.
Yeah.
And maybe on the low end in Atlanta.
Yeah, in Atlanta, yeah.
What? Atlanta, how much you think it's
For this size of a house, depending on if you're in the city or outside of the city,
Yeah.
I mean, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, somewhere in that range. Easy.
Yeah.
Not talking about the houses that we saw.
No.
We don't even talk about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And it's easy because you can go in neighborhoods like that and walk through and nobody won't say nothing to you. You know, you feel safe. You don't feel like, okay, security's gonna come grab me and take me away. Yeah. So yeah. So what did y'all think? What you think overall?
Oh, I love these houses. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
beautiful.
look amazing.
Where do people go to the grocery store?
In some places they have them on the site, but there's always local stuff right outside, and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Easy living.
Mm-hmm.
Easy living.
These are a bit smaller. Right?
Yeah, this is when we first came in. Like there's you probably saw a domestic lady looking at it. But yeah, this is a bit smaller. There's different price points, so it's not like you got to come in here. I gotta spend 15 million rand to get in here, which is about 1 million US, which is probably the top of that hill where we were. You can say I want to spend 200, and even if you want to go 150, you can get you a nice apartment situation, which again gives you access to everything in this community. Like these paths here. I mean, these aren't cheap paths, and you can walk these paths throughout the whole community. Exercise. They have they have people that are event coordinators for these places like this who would be like, okay, on the Tuesday day at 17:30 or 5:30, everybody who wants to walk gets together and they do stuff. But there's always somebody that you be getting messages all the time about what's going on in your community, entertainment-wise, because of the person who does that. They might be like, hey, we're having something at the pool. We're having, a driving range competition or whatever. There's always something, or they're having specials at the clubhouse. Mm-hmm. They're having specials where it's Tuesday. I get pizza for half price, which we like at ours because we get they always have specials. The funny part about it is you probably won't see it now. Let's say you're sitting up at the top of the hill and you're hungry. Like, you know what? I don't feel like going nowhere. You can call right down there and they will deliver it to your house.
That's
That's what he was
to.
waiting
Yeah,
on. That's what he was waiting to hear.
All day.
It's
Yeah.
somebody delivering groceries. It's
Yeah.
somebody delivering food.
Yeah, and they do have a nice menu, but yeah, they would deliver it while they're open. They would deliver it to you. Hey man, I know you forgot the salt. Okay, I will be back. And they'll go get it and bring it back to you. So it's pretty nice. We use ours from time to time when we just don't, she don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like going nowhere. We just call the butlers. It's called the butlers where we live, and they just come. And, we order the same thing every time. She orders the same thing. Pretty
So
much.
they already know what you
They know.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. So parking out there. Yeah. Oh, okay. 3 minutes later, they're pulling up. Love it. They'll a little bit. That's all good. Yeah. But this is honestly good estate living, and they're everywhere. It's not like you got to go through changes in the state. You got to upper west side. You got to go through changes to get to that. Here, you can't just. You just got to decide.
Yeah.
And that's all. And you're making tons of friends. People always want to talk to you. They always are going to talk to you. You can't just be by yourself. That's not the African way.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. A little bit of diversity in here. A little bit.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Look at these beautiful. So, okay, how much would some of these homes cost?
These are here roughly about what I would say 8-9 mil. I gotta do a conversion, but
Which is like
probably
5,
about
6,
4, no, 4, 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, it all depends on what you do inside, what you got in it. This house is kind of amazing. We're gonna walk up to the golf course here. We're not gonna walk up to it because they're not done with it yet, obviously. And you can see some houses aren't done yet, but you see how the process works out. Like that gray stuff is actually concrete, and that's concrete. So you got a real mud house.
Yeah.
So when they ask you, do you live in a mud hut in South Africa? You say,
Yes.
I do. I do.
So,
Oh my goodness. This
So-
is a gorgeous house here.
yeah, this right here is amazing. We was out here the other day because we walk a lot, and like even right here they got marble out here, and then they're actually painting it, and you're gonna see if you see that shiny stuff, if it's shiny, you will see it up here. I mean, they went through a lot of trouble to put this thing together. Yeah, but these are the lifestyles here in South Africa. Obviously, they don't tell you about.
Yeah, they don't. You know, we've been to Soweto 15 times.
Yeah.
and we haven't been here.
No.
And so this is beautiful.
Yeah, and that's why we try to show people the real South Africa.
It's very Miami, this house.
This one,
Yeah, this one.
But there's, like I said, there's so many different.
Yeah, it's
I can only imagine what they're going to do with this one next door. You know, whatever. But come look at this. Calvin, come check this stuff out, man. I don't even know what this is.
Oh yeah, you can see like
The material.
Detail.
it looks like little crystals.
Yeah, and it's all throughout.
Now you
And so
can't
this
get a toilet in New
so
York
this door,
for 500.
that's a garage door, and
So
that's
you
going to be
check,
in the garage.
so that's like the garage door, and they're gonna pull their car directly through. See the pool?
Of
It's
course.
gonna be an infinity
Yeah.
pool, so they're gonna the water's gonna come down that side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And this pool is huge. Most of the houses that we saw, they had pools, but they
Yeah.
were relatively small. This is
There's some stuff going on around here.
huge basement.
Let's step right up to the bucket. So I can shank one and land one in the pool.
Wow.
I think this one could be a little more than
Mhm.
2 million rand.
But there's a lot of houses along here that are like this, especially along the golf course. That's why I brought you out here, so you can see.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And people can take however long they want to build.
Yeah,
That's 2 years.
Well, no, that's actually longer than that. 2 years. That's what you want to do, but you can always get extensions and then get another extension based on are you making progress. Yeah. And some people they get to this point and they say I might run out of money. Somebody come along, cut them a deal. They sell them the rights, they sell them the architecture, they sell them all the plans, and then they can finish it. Yeah. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sun is about to burn
Yeah,
you
this
up
is-
right now.
This is
And
this
I'm
is
happy.
Africa.
I'm happy about it. It's
And
24 inches of snow on the ground in New York
Oh, is
City.
it?
Yes, it is.
It's still snow.
It's just
in the winter?
snow. Yeah. Oh, you forgot.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
No, for real. We was
That's
watching
a beautiful corner house too. My goodness.
Lady Beaches Park in front of her house. Yeah. And everybody's friendly. It's not like everybody like guarded and like, hey, how you doing? You know, it's mostly us anyway. So
Is he gonna make that putt?
probably
Nah,
not. He's left-handed.
he gonna miss.
I missed that putt too many times. Yeah. So,
It's beautiful.
adjustment period, right? You have to get used to living in the city because it's just like always
So, Tanika, we're
much going
talking
on. Like you live so close to the neighborhood, so many people.
about your time
The trains are
looking at
dirty,
houses here in South
Yeah.
Africa.
The train stinks.
I love how.
So maybe you can explain to them,
So, right,
to the people
like tale of two
out there in
cities,
America, what you
because
just saw.
we have the pleasure of
I
being
saw
able to drive
incredible
or
homes,
if you
beautiful
don't,
homes.
sometimes it don't feel like
All the amenities on golf courses, multiple stories, just incredibly beautiful homes.
if you don't have a
And the
you have to
cost,
take the train.
you couldn't get
That's
what I
definitely-
just saw in
especially
America
in
for
COVID.
that
We haven't
price.
taken the train at all, but
Not
it's
definitely
so
not in New York, definitely not in LA,
so many people
but
in
also
LA,
not even in
it's
like
not
Atlanta or Houston or places that are a little bit more
there are a
affordable
lot
than
of
places
comforts
like
that I just
New
have
York
to
and
say, a
DC
lot
and
of the
LA,
things
but
you
it
talk about,
is,
like laundry
yeah, it
service,
was
how many times
incredible.
they pick up our laundry,
I love it.
wash, fold,
So what do you
go
think
back
about
to
where
it.
you're sitting right now?
Yes, but we have a washer and dryer.
Now this I cannot afford.
So the funny thing is, I do wash
Now
my own
this
clothes.
is giving
Their
me,
clothes
it's definitely beautiful, but it might be somewhere outside of the price range. I haven't really seen it yet. But like this home over here,
Let me see.
like the art,
Let me see.
it's just incredible.
So this is.
It's incredible. I love it. It's
So this
very
is somewhat
beautiful.
interesting.
It's somewhat interesting. I like that phrasing.
So is this the South Africa they showed you before?
No, not really. I think most people see Johannesburg as super transactional.
Mhm.
Like, oh, it's a place where you transition from to, you land here and then you go to Cape Town, or you land here and then you go on safari. And so we've been here a number of times, but we haven't necessarily explored it this way. And so we wanted to see like different parts of Johannesburg, because a lot of times we go to Soweto, we go to all the tourist attractions. We've been to Maboneng. It's like very Brooklyn,
Mhm.
but I wanted to see like where people in the black middle class lived, where people were making homes, where some of the subdivisions and like that kind of thing. And I definitely got it.
Did you notice the cars people were driving?
Of course, the people, all the people got their luxury cars. The people are definitely living their best life, doing their thing. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Well, so do you think just this short period of time we spent, you kind of understand what our goal is as far as showing people the real South Africa?
Yeah. I think it's important for people to see all African countries as multidimensional and not just in the frame of like this Western poverty lens.
Mm-hmm.
But poverty obviously does exist here, but that's not the entire story of South Africa. It's a new democracy. It's rising. The middle class is rising. And you definitely see that. And it was really important to see it this way. Just to see like where people live and what they're doing and how they are, building a life for themselves.
Okay. So you would say South Africa's coming up?
South Africa
Or is it already up?
is already up. South Africa's already up. We are just now catching up.
Okay.
So that's the we are just now catching up to the story about South Africa. It is, I think it's incredible, like the short amount of time that this democracy has had and its ability to flourish, and also just like the number of black folks that are able to access the middle class and build wealth and a future and a life for themselves. It's like really important to see because it's a proof point of what's possible.
Yeah.
And it's also really exciting just as a Black American to also be a part of this, to think about what does it mean to build a community here, build roots here, whether it's a vacation home, we'll see. But I think it's really exciting to see that, to see it, and to be a part of it.
Like I said, when you reached out to me, I was like, we try to help as many people as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's during the festive season and whatnot. But like I said, people are, right now in South Africa living their best life. And of course, you're here. And of course, you're planning on possibly
living my best life as well.
Right here in South Africa.
That's
at some
right.
point. Maybe.
Yes.
You
Hopefully. I mean, I know he loves South Africa. I think he fell in love with South Africa. So did I. We brought our daughter later on. But in his mind, he's like a vacation home is on the beach.
Yeah.
So he likes Cape Town. Um, and Cape Town is nice, but I just really like Johannesburg.
Yeah.
And I just wanted him to see that it was more to Johannesburg. Like we weren't going. I wasn't thinking about going from like bustling New York City to like bustling, Maboneng or like the city center. I know not to do that. But I wanted him to see like you can live, you don't have to live in the city center. You can live outside of the city center, still have the amenities of the city, and you can still be in a community and you can be in a safe community. Because people have this reputation of Johannesburg, I think specifically, and it's just, I don't feel unsafe at all. I feel very safe. Yeah.
So what would you say to those African Americans that are sitting at home on their computer, they're doing research, trying to figure out is this the place to be, or should I move back to Africa? What would you say to those people in relationship to looking at South Africa as a true destination?
Oh, you have to come. Hands down. There is no, I've been to over 50 countries around the world, and this is the best. It is, like people say, it's one country with many countries in one.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in a safari, you can be in a city, you can be at the mall, you can be at the beach. It is an incredible city.
You can be in the mountains.
You can be in the desert, you can be in the mountains. I mean, it is an incredible nation. It's a growing nation, and it's a black nation. And that matters.
It matters.
It matters.
It matters. So we think about the people.
I always love the people.
Yeah, I always say the people is the thing.
Oh, the people are the heartbeat of this country. They're so incredibly kind, so gracious. A couple just let us in their home and showed us around. Yeah, I love the people. The spirit of the people is what keeps me coming back to.
Cool. Well, we hope you have a good time here, obviously.
I'm having a great time so far.
Excellent. We're going to keep it going.
Thank you.
Good chat.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.